Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker Navani. Just a little bit of a quick disclaimer. Just as I've witnessed SK Gaming win the knife round, I thought I'd go ahead and fill in this, or take the moment to fill you guys all in that I am actually spectating ESL Pro League live, and I am casting it on Hwomao.tv live in English. I have permission to cast it live to Hwomao, but I'm not aware of whether or not I have permission to actually upload the VODs and put them on YouTube. If I am requested to do so, I will cease and desist if ESL should ask me to do so. But for the time being, we have a game on our hands. Again, we did see that SK Gaming won the knife round, so they are at liberty to choose whether or not they take the CT side, and they have indeed taken the CT side. Heavy B execute coming in from Flipside Tactics, and I don't know, I mean, like, right now SK Gaming not looking like they want to actually rotate over just yet. We only see now Friss and Acidion there. It's gonna be Friss now just firing through the smoke. He's taken a lot of damage, not able to return too terribly much. Does hit and lift light quite a few targets, but nothing near lethal. There we go. It's gonna be Shara coming straight through the smoke. The bomb is planted, and now it's 3 versus 4 in favor of SK Gaming on the retake. It's gonna be World Edit taken down 1, looking for another 3. Oh my god, he's only here to do it all over again. Can he get the quad? It's all on him. No, I'm sorry. Wait, can he get the ace? He does! Oh my god. Flipside Tactics, amazing terrorist side. I mean, I didn't see this coming, really. I'm pretty sure World Edit must have been yelling at that point in just basking in the glory of the bloodbath that he was in. He's going to be taking an AK-47 this round. Effectively speaking, having perhaps the best weapon to have for his team right now on the execution side of things. But really, Asion and Madi have scouts, so we've got a double scout setup along with upgraded pistols. Only one player toting armor from the CT side of things. World Edit getting lit. Already feeling the backlash from the enemy team. They're like, come on, ace us, will you? We're going to shut you down this round. Yeah. They put a real bounty on his head in this round. Now we're going to be seeing Shara coming through and opening things up at B by taking down Asion, just standing there in the middle of the high ground. Gonna be seeing another pot shot coming out from World Edit, and not able to take anyone down just yet, but that's a lot of damage we see coming out on the T side of things. But Bondic catches Magisboy at the right place in the right time. Gonna find Chris for a second one. Blind firing through smoke, trying to get a third kill to his name. But it looks like he will be shut down. Not shut down, but rather he's going to be disappointed in that regard. So he's now blind firing through smoke. Does connect with something, but is unable to take down Pimp just yet. Now we're going to be seeing Markaloff and Bondic coming through. It's going to be Bondic taking down Pimp. Charlotte now coming through as well. Looks like Maldil is going to try and salvage that scout. He's already just way too far away from the bomb site to actually salvage this round on behalf of his team. And a little bit of damage taken from Flipside as the bomb goes off, but really all of them are alive and well for the most part. None of them have to go through and repurchase any of their weapons, and this looks like it could be the second map, or rather another map where they put a point on the board, or at least in the ESL Pro League series, for themselves. It's now 4 USPs and a single scout coming out from SK Gaming. They're not, this is not optimal firepower. It's going to take them at least 2 headshots to take down any one target on Flipside Tactics. A Molotov coming out here from Markov. A executed is going to be, and Flipside Tactics know the position that they are in. They just have to play it very well. Blade gonna be opening things up with the first frag. Bomb is planted, and now there's 35 seconds to work with for the retake. The CTs have to act very quickly, but immediately you see them take it down. Majesboy managing to get a refrag using that scout. And World Edit just covering things from the main entrance to a bomb site from T-spawn. It's now all on Majesboy, who's at the back door. Blind firing, just kind of pre-firing there a little bit. Blade does alert his target to his entrance, but that still doesn't stop him from taking him down. 3 points on the board for Flipside Tactics, and now we see the first rifle round coming in from SK Gaming. Can they make this work or not is a very important question. It's looking like a B execute coming out from Flipside Tactics, although they do have Markelov just kind of staggering behind, bringing up the rear, trying to shut down any hopes of a blindside coming in from SK Gaming. Asion watching from the front side, gonna get the opening frag of the round, a headshot and a body shot, not too terribly bad. Frisk gonna get the second frag of the round, and now it is on there. Rotate coming in, bombs implanted. It's 3 versus 5 now, difficult but doable for Flipside. Can they hold their ground against SK Gaming coming in for the retake? It's gonna be Majesboy coming in from narrow train crack. It's gonna be Majesboy getting 1 frag to his name. It's now 2 versus 4. Now 1 versus 4, and that Molotov is coming in on top of the bomb. Smoke is tossed immediately onto it, and Markelov's position has been made known. No one's going for the defuse. Markelov making the stand happen, but can he win this duel against Asion? Immediately alerted to his presence, but the defuse will be completed by Modil, I think. Yes, it will.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Very pleasant defense coming in from Markelov, but at the same time, I mean, it wasn't enough in the end, and SK Gaming will take an expensive win. However, the defuse bonus that they got is pretty fathomable. They're going to be able to salvage most of that round, and as you can see, Majesboy here has an M4 Kevlar, no utilities to work with whatsoever. Does he have the money to buy those? No. I mean, like, he's got nothing that he's able to buy aside in the way of utilities, except for perhaps a what's the word I'm looking for? A decoy, which is kind of a null factor. Bondic just gonna play around ladder and discourage the curious from working their way into ladder room. No one's actually approaching that just yet. And Flipside Tactics still poking around, trying to figure out where they're going to go from here. They know they have to play very carefully, of course. The counter-terrorists did win the last round, and if they should lose this one, then they're going to be in a very difficult position the next round for the most part. You just simply add 2 losses in a row. That brings it to 1900. So add 1900 to World Edit, for example, there, and he's only left with 2100. Molotov's now coming in. Execute is coming, and Majesboy takes quite a bit of heat as the entry is coming into a could potentially be a fake, but Friss, he's on point with that AWP. He's gonna get a second frag with a grenade, and that's going to be now 3 versus 2 in favor of SK Gaming. Friss misses the shot, however, and that might give a little bit of wiggle room to the T's, and Friss, he follows it up, finishing things off with a 4K. SK Gaming now bringing things back a little bit. I mean, that was kind of an expensive-ish win for them, and it's one of those things that kind of tears at them just a bit coming from the flip side end of things. And of course, the buy there isn't fantastic coming here from Flipside Tactics either, but they do manage to pull something off with that with their purchases. Really, I mean, the kind of a transparent slight of firepower superiority, kind of even-ish, but of course the P250 in the background there from Flipside Tactics definitely raises, you know, the question of an effective assault. Frisk shutting down the movement at backdoor. SK Gaming finally getting back into the swing of things, and World Edit could potentially, yeah, it looks like he's going to be salvaging that AK-47. Fragmentation grenade tossed into backdoor, and a little bit of damage done to Markolov, but that's about it. No one else is really hurt on the flip side end of things. Four versus 5, 35 seconds to work with. Shara does make his position known. Pimp staying calm there. Does reveal his position. It doesn't get a second frag to his name, but if I'm not mistaken, that was a 1 for 1 for 1 just now, and now good gravy. We just see Frisk shutting things down left and right. I do apologize, it's getting late at night here, and I'm not fully readjusted to coming back to casting. For those of you who didn't watch game number 1, I did mention that I was ill for a while, and now I guess you could say, like, in some ways jet lag is slightly impacting me. That's going to be the opening frag of the round coming from Pimp. Black and white, of course. Firepower superiority coming in from SK Gaming and Flipside Tactics. Only going with upgraded pistols this round. No utilities to speak of. Next round, they should be able to afford to buy. Just simply add, I think it's 2,900 to what they've got right now. They've already lost 3 rounds in a row. I don't know. Next, it should be 3,400 after. Wait, is it? Oh, good God. My math skills are terrible enough as they are. Let's not tax my brain any further. It is getting pretty late at night for me, and I'm going to be up all night tonight casting, so let's try and make the best of it. You can already see some blind fire being exchanged, and 30 seconds to work with. Majority stack onto bomb site B. On the other side of that smoke, there is Pimp. He's kind of been revealed. Blind firing through the smoke will be Markolov working together with Shara to take him down. But now they've just, they lined up and made it such an easy spray there for Asilion. Magisboy comes in for cleanup. So, altogether, 1 for 4. You know, given the fact that Flipside Tactics only invested pistols into that round, it really wasn't too bad an investment. I think SK Gaming as a team are, you know, they're happy to make that trade, but it's kind of like getting that 98% score on a test. You know, there's always 2 points for improvement on that test. World Edit already taken down to 17% HP. And I think he might have hit someone there in the background in the exchange, but I can't be entirely sure. I missed that. But now it's Frisk. Gotta make another opening frag. They know where Frisk is. They've got some general idea of where he is, but they don't know if he's going to be popping out or not. But that's World Edit for sure. I mean, he's glad now that he's at least got 12 HP and he's at least able to fight his way into this map. Blade does spot Magisboy on bomb site, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be Markolov coming in here from backdoor, making 1 frag, looking for the second. Flashbang actually works against his teammate. That is to say, the one that Blade tossed. On top of Plant Train now, that's going to be Magisboy jumping on top of it, immediately taken down. Now it's 2 versus 2. Ooh, HP advantage is there for the CTs. But, as long as that AWP is in World Edit's hands, that's one thing. Yeah, triple kill already. Can he make it a quad? The fuse is real. It's actually live right now. It's not being faked, and it's been shut down by Markolov, getting himself 2 frags by the end of this round. Purchases will probably be made to help accommodate the rest of Flipside Tactics roster. Blade just buying nothing but a pistol and utilities, and he was actually dropped an AK-47 this round. So it was, you know, it's kind of like $300 that he doesn't need to spend. That's another frag grenade he could have next round or in a future round. But kind of a first world problem at the end of the day. Might have been a slight misbuy. And at the same time, it's not as bad of a misbuy as, say, buying a USP as opposed to P250. I've had that happen to me before. 1 for 1 already in the exchange, and we're going to be seeing things 4 versus 4 with the Opper still alive on Flipside Tactics. That is very important to them. Very critical. And Blade taken down, drops the bomb on top of the train car. It's going to be Markelov taking down Madi, bringing things back to 3 versus 3. AWP still in the hands of World Edit, and we've already seen what he can do with an AWP. It's going to be 1 from Markelov. 3 versus 2. Falls back after he makes that trade. Reloads. Safe decision to make. 51 seconds remaining on the clock, and Speed Pimp coming in. Venturing through smoke oh so ballsily. Do the T's continue this push for bomb site A, or do they move towards bomb site B? It's 2 versus 1 right now, and really, Asion, he's at the connector right now. So if he wanted to, he could. Jeez. No, that's Markelov. All on Markelov. Bomb has been dropped, and right now, really, Asion knows it has been. So it's probably gonna be Markelov just slowly walking towards it in his perception, and now he's kind of working his way around back very slowly towards the bomb. 8 seconds remain. He's got to make that plant, and it's live. Hot off on the flank. Gets hit once, if I'm not mistaken, but Markelov is still alive. Still has the AK in hand. Now he's rotating. Asion is gonna have to poke around here very, very, very carefully. Gets flanked, but nonetheless he rotates just in time to win that duel. Gonna salvage an AWP and then go for the defuse, and he's got more than enough time. Very well played coming in from SK Gaming. On the whole right now, I mean, like, what's even better for them at this point is the fact that they've reset the enemy team's max loss bonus, and it looks like they might be forced into a position where they have to quasi-buy, if not simply buy, upgraded pistols to make themselves into, or to make their way into the next round. And see, that's definitely the case this round around. Should they lose this one, it's going to be $1,900 to their pockets. They can afford AK-47s next round, if not, yeah. AK-47s and at least Kevlar vests. It really depends on what they want to go in with and what utilities they want to take to the fight, if any. It's going to be Asion just rapidly rotating that corner. That's a huge stack on a B. They catch him. He tosses in that incendiary. It's going to slow down that push. He's going to get one first time, but immediately gets refragged by World Edit. Frisk coming in here to reinforce his teammates. Does make one nice frag. Markelov trying to salvage that M4. Does have it in hand. 13 bullets. In a clip, makes one for his time, and it's 3 versus 2 right now. Frag grenade tossed at the last car, and Frisk gets away with his second kill of the round. It's gonna be all now on to Bondic. There we go. So, again, this is that situation I was talking about. It looks like actually they decided to go for as many utilities as they could along with full armor buys. So, firepower superiority pretty much there for the flip side end of things. Duel that Markelov does not come out on top in, and that kind of throws the team off just a teeny bit. But with that information, they're also able to gather that there are 2 players at backdoor, really, with the fight that we just saw, the duel that we saw Modil win. It looks like, for the time being, Flipside isn't willing to make any major plays to capitalize on the situation. What I mean is, like, immediately pouring into bomb site B, for example. Shara coming in. World Edit. Tossing out a flashbang. Bam, 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 and that's going to be a refrag. Very low HP on some of these CTs right now, and it's 4 versus 4. A headshot on the Bondit could take him out of this round, but it's... I mean, that's World Edit coming around for the flank. He's looking for a second one for his time as well. And thus far, I mean, playing according to metas and thresholds and everything that's in between, right now Flipside are playing this very well. They're playing the T side very well, although they're not on... they're not... Of course, they don't have a superior score to that of SK Gaming, but making it to 4 rounds on T side on this map it's at this stage in the game, of course, on round 11, that's really not too terribly bad. It makes you wonder how well they'll play on CT side, but SK Gaming, they're not out of this completely yet. Asion struggling to get away with that weapon. It looks like we're going to have Bondic in hot pursuit, and he will stop him from getting away with that AWP. And that's going to be Flipside Tactics now with 5 rounds on T side. And SK Gaming is stuck on Eco. I'm not too terribly surprised at the position that SK Gaming are in right now, because if you examine all of the wins that they made for the past 3 rounds, I think 2 out of 3 of those rounds were actually one-man wins. That is to say, they had just 1 player left on the board, and they were, you know, they won off of defuses and things like that. And yeah, when you make $19,000, that's great and all, but what you really need to be able to do is do that 2 rounds in a row with 5 of your, at least 4 of your players alive. And that's the reason why they're in the position that they're in right now. It's not so much the fact that they lost the round, but it's the fact that the wins that they got were always expensive wins. So, I mean, we can see some shakiness on the CT side of things from SK Gaming, although they do have the score lead. Pouring into bomb site B. It's going to be World Edit making that opening frag. We're going to see Sion taken down immediately by Bondic. World Edit going to take down Frisk coming in from Connector. And now Bondic, looks like he's running across someone's smoke. Pimp does get 1 for his time. You know, given that he didn't buy anything this round, I think he's very grateful to make that frag. But on the whole, really, Flipside Tactics now evening up the score. The question that has to be asked now is, can they take this round as well? Can they put SK Gaming in an uncomfortable position on the round 14 and potentially the last round of the first half, round 15? If they're able to take 9 rounds on T side, then you're talking about them being in an absolutely amazing, phenomenal position going into the CT side of things. Frag toss that back door to open things up. That's the first damage of the round. And Modil kind of eats a little bit more than he wants to off of that grenade. All in all, right now we've got Flipside Tactics. Just they're poking around right now. They haven't really decided to go for either side just yet, but it looks like we're going to be seeing an execute for... I'm thinking this is bomb site A right now, but I can't say with 100% certainty. No, I'm sorry. Bomb site B is actually where the bomb is being taken to right now. It's a very good fake for bomb site A. Might even be catching some guys on the rotate to...
Bomb has been planted.
On the rotate to connector is what they were hoping to do. At least, you know, nick him in the rear. But... that is now 4 versus 2, and World Edit is definitely making things look really, really good. Shara getting a nice frag to his name, and Friss tries but misses that center mass bullet to Bondic's body, and now we see Flipside Tactics taking a score lead, and SK Gaming going back to Eco. Or are they going to be Eco? That's a good question to ask right now. They're going to have to do some quick battle math, think to themselves, alright, so what kind of position are we going to be in if we lose this round? Because right now we see that Flipside Tactics have won several rounds in a row. I think at this point what you could do is you could add 2,900 to what SK Gaming has right now. And that would essentially be the figure that they have going into the last round of the first half. Already you can see Bondit getting very aggressive, immediately refragged by Magic's Boy, the only one, one of the only players with feature 50. Very nice play coming in here from Modil, and now it's 2 versus 1. Blade is actually in a very tough position. Regardless, I mean, if SK Gaming take this round and the next one, however, you're talking about them being in a position they don't want to be in. Pimp, that was Pimp. That was sick. That was him just executing Blade, if I'm not mistaken. So SK Gaming is, even if they win this round, they're in a position where they have missed the threshold of desired wins on CT side. What I mean to say by that is you want to have typically 11 rounds won on CT side before you make the switch to T side for the second half. They've already missed the desired number of rounds, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. We'll have to see how their T side pans out with that firepower advantage and of course, the element of surprise when it comes to executing bomb sites. But already things are looking very SK Gaming sided on this round, with first frag of the round going to Modil. Frisk getting the second one as well. It's 3 versus 5 right now. Majority of T's are on... How do I say this? This is not looking good for Flipside Tactics right now. At least not this round in particular. But where there's a will, there's a way, and on top of that, they get nothing if the timer runs down. So they're going to at least try and win this one to the best of their ability. Now, we do see that Pimp is waiting for someone to jump off the top of that. No, I'm sorry, looking for a target at bomb site A. It looks like it's going to be Magic's Boy shutting down that aspiration. We'll see World Edit come in. He's got 4 more targets to go. It looks like he's shut down immediately by Pimp. And now Madil coming in for cleanup. That's going to be SK Gaming taking their 8th round on CT side before they switch sides. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pause things and wait for both sides to ready up. And when they do, we will be right back. Alright, and we are back with more fluff-free Counter-Strike Global Offensive just for you guys. Okay, so looking a lot like a B execute. Wait, what is this? The bomb is going towards back door. I think what's happening is right now SK Gaming is trying to pull attention to bomb site B, try and drain a little bit more of Flipside Tactics manpower at bomb site A. And this is looking like it might actually work quite well, because we see that only Markle off is watching back door at present. But also, he's slightly reinforced just a little bit there by Blade as well as Bondic. And it looks like the Execute is now coming in for bomb site B, while Marketloff is... Oh, he turns around at the wrong moment at backdoor. He does kind of make the first entry frag. Gonna look for a backdoor frag. We'll find it. But now the bomb is at bomb site A, and Asion is waiting for the rotation from Connector. He'll find one target. Still one player left there. Bondic now coming through. He doesn't have utilities or anything else like that. Shard does have a smoke, but it just looks like he can't quite get it out there. And now it's 2 versus 2. He might actually throw that smoke on the bomb site and attempt to defuse. It would be the perfect thing for him to do at this moment. Oh, Pimp cleans up Bondic's face just a little bit. Throws a Molotov at that. A smoke is now tossed, and he's going for the defuse. 5 seconds remain. They're firing through the smoke just furiously, and they get him. altogether, very nice execution coming in from SK Gaming. Should set themselves up for a very strong round 2 and round 3 of the second half. So really, in some ways, what has been a neck and neck game, SK Gaming actually kind of put on, I wouldn't say put on edge here, but putting themselves ahead of what was actually considered acceptable margin for wins. Like, it's hard to describe. The position they're in right now, it's almost like defying gravity. But winning the pistol round definitely puts them in a position where defying gravity is more than acceptable. Gonna be dueling against Markelov, and winning that fight at backdoor is the position we see Magic's Boy in. We're gonna be seeing World Edit trying to pick up the slack for his fallen teammate, but unfortunately unable to make a shot connect there. Manpower advantage, firepower advantage, everything is there right now for SK Gaming at this moment. Only a single AK-47 to their name, but you know, 2 more rifles, Galils no less, 35 bullets in each clip. Nothing to complain about there, and really the entry weapons are on point for Modil as well as Frisk. Go. Entry smokes now going into bomb site A. 37 seconds to work with. Blade makes 1 nice headshot. Gonna be immediately refragged by Modil. Modi. Why does his name have to look so confusing? Now it's gonna be Pimp getting a cleanup at backdoor. Modi waiting for the poke out coming from Shara. Will make something connect there, but it looks like Shara as well as Bondik are just going to try and salvage their weapons for what they can do. Really, I don't think they can fight this head on. I think anyone who looks at this can tell that he can't fight this head on. They can't fight this head on. So they're just gonna try and salvage those weapons that they have right now and just keep them on their person until the next half, or not the next half, the next round rather.
Terrorists win.
First half was looking very close coming in from both Flipside Tactics and SK Gaming. Very seldom do you actually see a match on Train make it to 7-8 in terms of round score by the end of the first half. But this is definitely one of those maps. But waiting for that first rifle round to come in from Flipside Tactics to draw any real conclusions out of this. Magic's Boy lighting up Blade. Takes him down to about 79 HP. Ultimately, if you're in Blade's position right now, you're thinking to yourself, well, that really hurt. But at the end of the day, it's nothing too terribly awful to deal with. Frisk at 80% HP. Still taking this very carefully. I mean, of course, SK Gaming knows that for the most part, the CT side should be in worse position this round than they were last round, but they're still not going to gamble with it. Flash coming in here, and backdoor has been taken now by Pimp and Magic's Boy. It's going to be Frisk taking bomb site A, and now the plant should be coming in very shortly. Looks like Shara may have the intentions of salvaging his 5-7, potentially getting whatever frags come at him, but he's... Wait, looks like he's going through connector right now. For some strange reason, the plant is coming in particularly late as well. And that's going to be Frisk taking him down. I wouldn't say execution style, but close to it. And SK Gaming, this is a bank building round, a paycheck round. They made bank. They really did. And for the most part, they're going to be taking in full firepower rifles. It's worthy of noting that the Galil uses the same bullet as the M4, but the main difference between the Galil and the M4 is accuracy and the amount of ammunition that comes in each clip. Sure, I can hear the footsteps coming at him from towards the bomb site B execute, and this is really a round to raise in the question: can Flipside Tactics hold their ground against SK Gaming? I guess we'll find out very shortly. Modil now going in through ladder room. Got a CT waiting on electric box, if I'm not mistaken. Sidion gonna get that entry frag. First blood of the round goes to SK Gaming, showing that on T side they seem to be, I wouldn't say rather unstoppable, but there's no pendulum swing here, really. I mean, I'm probably about to eat those words, but we'll find out very shortly. The anti-entry smokes coming in here from Flipside now going to cause SK Gaming to rethink their tactics a little bit. They did get one pick off of their entry into A. Did call out some rotations towards bomb site A, and now the manpower is divided 2-2 on each site. It's now going to be just SK Gaming going in, and that's going to be Markelov taken down by Asillon. Making for a nice fake at A, but Bondic hitting one hell of a timing here, getting himself a double kill. 2 versus 2. 10 seconds remain. There's not enough time for the bomb plant, is there? He's running into bomb site A right now. That is to say, Pimp is, but now he's caught between a rock and a hard place. There's no plant that's going to happen, and as long as Bondic stays alive, he'll be happy. That's going to put a point on the board for Flipside Tactics and no money to the pocket of Asillon. This is a very important round to SK Gaming. They have to ask themselves, can we win against Flipside on this round? We fumbled that last round. We basically, you know, that big play made by Bondic, just that was everything that they needed. The double kill, and on top of that, the bomb being dropped, causing them to make a last second decision that cost them the round eventually. And of course, one player even some money. But if SK Gaming can win this round, this puts Flipside Tactics in just an awful position. You have to add 1,400 to everyone's banks right now. So the question is, can Flipside Tactics hold their ground? And World Edit is showing that he is possible. It is possible, he says to himself. Makes the frag. It's gonna be Asillon coming in from A main. Frisk making that frag, and that's gonna be Asillon getting the defensive frag. Now it's back to 4 versus 3. They are rotating towards bomb site B right now. Going past bathrooms into now long hallway. And I feel as though, like, definitely with what was just observed by both of those frags, it should basically be a dead call for bomb site B, but it's a very late rotation coming in from Flipside Tactics right now. On site, it's going to be Shara. We're going to be seeing World Edit there. Modil takes down Shara, and that's going to be World Edit stopping one. He's looking for a second, maybe a third frag. Blind firing through the smoke is Magic Boy. Now on top of the train car. Takes down World Edit, shuts down the showstopper in some ways, and that's going to be Frisk just coming in with a cleanup, and now Flipside are in a very, very dire economic situation. What do they do with this round? Do they just go for upgraded pistols? Do they, you know, do they go for a full buy? It looks like they haven't made any purchases whatsoever just yet. Just as I say that, there's a P250 coming in from World Edit. He could have potentially bought upgraded pistols for his entire team, given the income discrepancy, or rather, cash discrepancy right now that exists for the entire team. Magic Boy making the opening frag of the round, and I'm pretty sure SK Gaming know what position they're in. They're just playing this out very carefully, waiting until perhaps the last second to make a rotate. Shara trying to catch someone off guard will instead be sprayed onto a wall. It's going to be a jumping frag from Modil that takes him down. Three versus 5. And it looks like in some ways SK Gaming are very wary of the plays that Flipside are trying to make. And evidence of that was the one that Markelov was just trying to make as he was trying to get a counter entry frag, or perhaps try and catch someone off guard with a smoke or flashbang grenade on entry. We've seen that happen in tournaments before. Like, you see a terrorist player that has a flashbang out, they pull the pin on it, and they're ready to throw it, but since they've got a flashbang out, they can't shoot at the guy. But entry has been made for bomb site B. Very solid one at that. No players lost just yet. No one's fallen from the SK Gaming side of things. And now Flipside Tactics are in a very dire situation. I mean, really, this round is basically hook, line, and sinker. All SK Gaming's right now. Looks like maybe Bondic might find himself venturing into the crosshairs of Modil, but as I say that, Modil instead finds him. And I think he's playing at 16:9 resolution as opposed to the, I guess you could say the standard 4:3. For those of you who are wondering, and maybe you didn't know this before, but a lot of players actually, a lot of professional players prefer 4:3 at a certain resolution because they found out, like, basically it'll make some players' heads show up a couple of pixels larger than they would at 16:9. So, yeah, the field of vision is a little bit more narrow, but it creates the, it produces a slightly larger target on the screen. Sion gonna be taking down Bondic. First frag of the round. And it's really all up to player preference on that note. SK Gaming, I mean, they must be aware that CT side only has pistols right now. But with that being said, I mean, excuse me, very late at night. With that being said, they're still not going to play this overzealously. They want to check every single corner. They want to make sure that they approach this as carefully as possible because they know that one wrong move could lead to a happy style ace with a deagle. Even Magisboy, he's watching the back door here. You know, ladder room. That's the key to flanking them. If he wasn't watching that right now and someone was in ladder room trying to work their way into a position to flank them, they could potentially do so and do so quite well. Some entry utilities now being tossed in a bomb site B, and the entry is live. We see Shara taken down. A very, very long rotate coming in from some of the players. Getting a double kill on connector. Blade now out of the game, and it's all on Markelov now. The best he can hope he can do right now is perhaps salvage a weapon. At least that's the most plausible thing that he could do. Maybe get an exit frag or two right now and try and capitalize on salvaging a weapon, but I really don't know if that can happen or not. Markelov now jumping, spraying, gonna take down Montiel. Just bursting it at 6 bullets, and he's able to land 1 to the head. Makes this, you know, I mean, given the situation he's in right now, the fact that he was able to make 1 frag with a CZ is actually quite respectable. SK Gaming put themselves at 14 points. Flipside Tactics have only won a single round on the CT side. This is another round that they can actually work with. Ideally speaking, however, the best way to reset your opponent's economy is to lose a round and then win the next round. I guess we'll find out very shortly just how SK Gaming is able to take this against Flipside Tactics. Very big stack on the back door right now, and I mean, A main hasn't been entirely abandoned by Frisk just yet. He's just watching it to make sure that no one's going to overextend on the CT side of things, because of course they have seen what Markelov can do when he's in a very, very fantastic position. He gets double kills. He just doesn't lose. Really, he doesn't. Blind firing through the back door. 50 seconds to work with. Neither side taking, well, Markelov does take 1 damage. But that's it. It's like a fragmentation grenade that just, you know, liked him too much that didn't want to hurt him. Alright, so looks like the entrance towards A main is going to be made. They realize this is where the job gets a little bit dirty. World Edit makes the opening frag of the round onto Asilion. Markelov making another World Edit, getting his double. That's going to be, it looks like Pimp getting a double for his time as well. Getting a triple. Oh my god. Can he get an ace? Maybe, potentially, but nah. It's going to be Blade and Shara cleaning up the last two members of the team. Turns into an expensive win for Flipside Tactics, but... this is a round that maybe SK Gaming can work with. You can see that they've got money banked. This is a round that, you know, I wouldn't say they gave to Flipside. It's just that, you know, they were playing off of maybe getting an entry frag off of, or at least a pick off of backdoor, and that just didn't happen that round for SK Gaming. Markolov continuing to just lurk around backdoor, but there's no one headed at that direction just yet. I'd say that this is perhaps more likely a play for A main coming from SK Gaming than it would be for bomb site B. Look at that stack on the ladder room right now. I think what's happening now from the SK Gaming side of things is they're getting ready to throw their utilities into bomb site A. Indeed, that's the case. The smokes are being tossed. Everything is coming through. Ladder room is now being invaded by T's. And Blade is suddenly in a little bit of an uncomfortable position. He's going to be burned to death, however, after being lit up by AK-47 of one or two of those guys. Bondic, however, very patient. Does light up his target with 2 headshots. And that's going to be Markolov getting one for his time as well. Bondic coming around, getting another. Playing James Bond. And getting a triple kill. He's going to be Friss, however, in this 1 versus 3 situation. Can he make it happen? He's already headed back towards the ladder room. He's like, okay, well, maybe we should just try and salvage this weapon. And Flipside Tactics, they know, okay, we shouldn't push the issue with these guys. You know, we got the round. It's only 1 guy left. Don't chase. Don't chase until maybe the timer hits 0. That's going to be kind of an expensive-ish save, considering he's not going to make any money off of that whatsoever. But at the same time, he's got 4,500 banked. So this is something that really makes you stop to ponder the economic system of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Two losses in a row from SK Gaming. Can they tolerate another one? That's a very good question. Friss purchasing for a teammate this round. He actually lost about $3,000. He also repurchased some of his own utilities. They are aiming to win this round, not save any money or win some frags. Entry flash tossed. World edit will make up for the slack that Shara gave to the team by eating that flashbang. He's now turning around as he's a bit confused by that smoke. Going to make a double kill for his time, and now we see Flipside Tactics in full swing right now. Bondic lighting up his teammate with some friendly fire. That's actually it's going to be Magis Boyd taking a little bit of damage. Him coming in for a double kill. His position has been revealed. Now running through smoke, it's going to be Blade getting the cleanup. I'd say this probably isn't, you know, these wins, if I'm not mistaken, this is probably 2 rounds in a row where we see Flipside Tactics with 2 players alive on their team at the end of it. So ultimately speaking, not too awful for them, but make no mistake, if they lose a single round, they are definitely put into a very difficult position economically, but I don't think this is the one that they will lose. It looks like Pimp made a... I think that was a mistake buy coming out of him, but at the same time, he still has more money than the rest of his team, so maybe not quite so much a mistake buy. The rest of the team has P250s, and there's a Glock on Medeal, but, you know, upgraded pistols for the most part. I guess he's trying to keep himself economically in synchronization with his teammates. But right now, World Edit watching the Overwatch entry. Pimp does get taken down, so that's the AK-47 kind of gone. It's been passed back to Friss now, the opper of the team. And second top fragger of the team, so ultimately not doing too terribly bad. They're stacked and piled up and ready to go into bomb site B. That entry flash has been tossed. That's going to be one CT out of position immediately. Bomb looks like it's going to be planted. Even if they don't win, they're going to get $800 more off the back of this round. So, that's World Edit. Taking it down. I'm trying to think here. If that was 2 losses in a row, I'm just trying to determine this. But Friss, last man standing for his team. He's just going to try and hold on to that weapon. And he's not going to be penalized for this too terribly harshly. Sorry, I wanted to see how much money he made off of that, but this is not enough money to make a full buy coming from SK Gaming. Trying to make every single save that they can, and it succeeded in that regards. Backdoor kind of being shut down as an entry point by Magisk Boys. Sorry, that flash toss that Magisk Boy by Markelov. No solid entry point determined just yet, but honestly, I really think that bomb site B would be a much stronger location to play for SK Gaming than bomb site A right now. Of course, we can see that there's only one player on bomb site B from Flipside, and that is Shara. Entry smoke is about to be tossed into bomb site B, and 30 seconds remain, less than 30 seconds remain, and they have to get that bomb planted. They know the tensions are high. With 20 seconds remaining, we do see Bondic throwing a Molotov onto ladder room, and they know it can't be bomb site A now. Entry frag being made by Pimp. That's going to be Blade getting a refrag, however. We do have World Edit coming in to shut things down. Bomb's been planted now. Got 3-on-3. HP advantage there for the T's, but that's going to be Bondic. Oh, that's going to be a refrag on a Bondic. It's World Edit and Markelov remaining. Asilion can hear the footsteps right now. Modil should be able to, there it is, shut it down, and that's going to put SK Gaming on a match point. I think this has been a very interesting set thus far. I mean, Flipside Tactics taking map number 1. SK Gaming already on match point for map number 2. And Flipside Tactics forced to make a full buy, getting whatever they can. They're not going to have an AWP to work with this round. So we can see that SK Gaming has a stronger buy this round. More utilities. Definitely stronger armor all the way across the board. And, I mean, just on paper, they should have this. The question is, are they going to let their nerves get to them or something like that? We're going to have to see Flipside Tactics win this round, the next round, and the round after that if they want to take things in overtime. So at this point in time, we do see that there are split right now. I feel like this is a very strong A execute. We got 2 T's at the back door right now. This is looking like a fake for bomb site B, because of course we only have Moti there, and he's tossing whatever he can in there. And we have Seyon making the entry frags in the bomb site A, exploiting the positioning there. Bondic immediately getting lit up on by a Molotov. Flashbangs. Smoke's getting tossed in his general direction. In ladder room, we actually see World Edit getting a nice frag. However, it's going to be Pimp going to get a refrag. In some ways, this entry has kind of been a misplay coming from the T side of things. And now Friss, last man standing, 17 seconds remain. He's got the bomb on hand. He's going to start the plant, and both of his targets are right in front of him. They're going to have to jump him at the same time. They know this. Immediately fired onto, penetrated through a metal surface, and it's a headshot, but 2200, add that to everything that they've got here. You can see something of a decent buy coming out from them, but potentially a slightly better one from them than Flipside Tactics this round around. We do see that Shara does buy an AWP for his teammate. At least someone does. Salvages one, rather, I think, is what he got from last player on SK Gaming. Yeah. Sorry, stupid me. They actually didn't have enough money for an AWP purchase. But we can see that Friss does have an AWP on hand. Gonna be dueling up against World Edit. I feel like in some ways it was kind of a little bit sloppy there from Flipside Tactics. Definitely one, or not Flipside, but rather SK Gaming. Definitely the big problem there was, if I'm not mistaken, Shara was the player with the 5-7 from Flipside, and he was in ladder room, and somehow he didn't. That one player who went in did not check his corner. Or when he had gone in, he was blind. And that immediately brought things back to, you know, gave them the upper hand. It was almost like an execution he was encountering. Five versus 4 and 50 seconds to work with from the T side. SK Gaming has manpower advantage, and I don't know, like the firepower is almost completely even when you compare rifles. But I mean, of course, AKs can make one-shot kills almost any distance as long as it hits the head. There's an example. Pimp taking down Markolov, and that's now 3 versus 5. Bomb has been planted. 2 CTs at connector, 1 at 3 CTs at connector entrance, just about. Oh boy. All on Bondic and Shara now, 2 versus 5. What on earth is wrong with the auto observer? Well, Matches Boy and Frisk clean it up, and the second map will go to SK Gaming with a 16-13 end score, if I'm not mistaken. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. We will see you guys very shortly with our next match between between Dignitas and Mouse Esports. Don't go away.